Hello!
Hi everyone, and welcome to PrimeTime 366. It's like the most spooky we could be, you know what I mean? It's like
I know we both had a
6.
similar vibe. I can't tell, but there are witchy things all over
There's
Taylor's
like
dress.
bats and stuff.
We're full of that Dagath spirit, you might say.
Dagath. I gotta remember. Dagath, God, Dagath.
Good way to remember.
That's
No,
literally
perfect.
how I remember it. But yes, if you guys can't tell, we have officially released Abyss of Dagath on all platforms as of yesterday. 77 pages of hotfix or update notes, 2 hotfixes since then, and even those were long and beefy. So many issues and bugs and small little tweaks that got fixed. Rue, if you want to go to my screen with all the Roombas.
It's my favorite.
So many. As you can see here, I'm using Hydroida, but to start off, we added a new update screen, which you can see here. Helen's covering it a little bit, I'm covering it a little bit. But whenever you launch a new update, you should see this. You should be able to get a general overview of everything that's coming in the update, which is fantastic. We have all these little pop-ups that explain all of the new content that's coming here. So Dagath, God, Dagath.
Potato.
Dagath, our newest warframe, is available via these new Abyssal Zone missions that we've added to the game. You'll be able to get abyssal beacons from syndicates and use those to venture forth and get some vein thorns, which you will then go and exchange at New Dagath's Hollow, which is a dojo room in your dojo, and it is incredible. We're going to look at that a little bit later, but I have Hydroida. So let's take a moment to look at his new abilities and new reworked abilities. In short, we've changed a lot of his kit to focus on giving you corrosive damage, which we love. We love that little... He's turned into an acid bath, as I like to think about it.
Okay, tell me more.
I don't know that. I feel like I might get science corrections here, but that's fine. So there's a huge write-up in our actual patch notes, but in short, this was just, changes were made to kind of bring them up to, what is needed for players in the current meta. We've removed a lot of hold to cast things. We've changed his tentacles so they no longer flop enemies around so you can actually hit them. And of course, we removed his puddle. We don't currently have a ability video for this, actually. I know that there's a task to get that fixed. But now you plunder armors from nearby enemies and increase corrosive damage on your abilities and weapons, and enemies affected by corrosion status offer a greater increase, which is super fun. Kind of bring note to some of our changes to base ability stats. We've gone over this before. It might be old news, but basically we've changed all the math on your mods so that for vitality, or anything that affects the health, the armor, the shields, or the energy of your warframe. So these now will have flat increases. Before it was plus 440% because it applied to a hidden number that was from your base warframe. Now it applies to whatever number you've currently got. So I know that if I have Archon Vitality equipped, I'm going to get plus 100% of my current health, which is 554. We changed shield gating. So before, shield gate would give you 2 flat shield break and vulnerability periods, where you'd have, if you did a partial break, you'd get a certain amount that I can't remember the number of. And then if you did the full break, so you lost all your shields in one go, it gave you 1.3 seconds, I believe. Now it just scales to however amount of shields you had at the time of shield break, you will get X amount of invulnerability. So now we've also added it in the arsenal, so you can see when I'm modding for the max amount of shields that I want, how much I'll actually get from shield break. And I believe it is currently capped at 2.5 seconds. Please do not quote me on that one. Hildren got buffed so that her passive will allow for 3.5 seconds. Of course, I know that number because I love her. We have auto melee, which you just hold E, or you hold whatever your melee input is, and it will just melee. I know that there's a few bugs related to this. We are aware of a few of them. For example, I've seen a lot of reports about Kullervo's 1 causing you to just spam melee forever. This is because it's a known issue. It's a code bug, unfortunately, which means we'll have to assert it. But how do I explain this? Your first ever melee attack in a mission, sorry, Rue. Your first ever melee attack in a mission, you use Kullervo's 1 to do it, you're broken. So maybe just try to melee beforehand if you can. But we have reworked your beautiful companions, so they will no longer die. They will now become incapacitated. We've upgraded a lot of existing mods to interact better with this mechanic. So you'll have mechanics that will reduce the amount of time that they're incapacitated, or certain actions that you do will, make them come back faster. We've changed how, certain mods affect their health. And then we've also added new bond mods, which you can get at various vendors in the solar system. So let's go to T's and I, because
we've renamed Link Health to Link Vitality,
Exactly.
Link Armor to Link Fiber, just so that there's a category of mod and,
that you understand what it means.
Oh, yeah,
because like
Archon Vitality, all the vitalities.
Necromac Vitality is a thing, etc.
Yeah.
We should do that with the Archwing.
Oh my gosh, we should. Well, there's going to be a little.
We gotta do.
Pablo heard that somewhere. He smiled. I know.
We gotta do it with the Archwing mods, because that was my thing. I had to look up every single one. Anyway, browse wares, and so you can see these are just some of the mods across every vendor. So you'll have T's and I Sun, and then the Biz, of course. We love Biz. But yeah, there's some super fun things. Manifold Bond, I'm not going to read them out. Finisher and Mercy Kills, grant your companion 10 seconds of stealth that will not disrupt. So these impact your actions will impact your companion and vice versa. It's cool. Character highlighting. So this is now in our accessibility settings. I'll just actually go straight to the accessibility settings here. But basically, you can add highlights around enemies and then also allies to help you better identify them off of the landscape, or if you just want to be able to tell when your teammates have spawned in their call garrison folks, because I shoot them all the time. But you can see what they look like by changing the sliders, all of that goodness. You can do ally highlights, and then you can also do a self highlight. So you can either be pink yourself or whatever. I'm gonna make them pink, and then I'm gonna make the enemies red, and we're just gonna okay. Beautiful.
I know that we have a culture in Warframe that I adore of veterans helping new players, and there have been some changes to the new player experience that I want to get us all informed on. But of course, most of us have finished the new player experience. So I brought with me just little videos to play while we talk. Here we go. What timing? Perfect, Rue. Okay, so we've updated 2 inbox messages from the early game and added 1 new one. Now, you got this inbox message from Lotus, your new mission one, right after War's Prize. If you go back and look at your original one, you'll notice that it had it was very open-ended. It was trying to do a lot of heavy lifting by saying, go here, maybe get resources here, check out your arsenal, a lot of stuff. Now we're trying to give a more guided experience. So we say, basically, you can go here to learn more about modding, and then I recommend you go to Cetus. Then go to Cetus, complete Saya's Vigil, which is now part of the junction requirements, and you're going to learn a bit about the codex scanners, and you're going to get a brief introduction in this new inbox message at the end of the quest that says, hey, here's your first Warframe blueprint, but you're going to need resources. Don't worry, this is a long-term project. You don't have to stay in Cetus right now to do this right now. You can keep going. In fact, please keep going, because who's this new character? The business has sent you a message.
My favorite.
And the business wants you to visit Venus. So that's the idea. We're really trying to streamline players, get them going through that junction path, as it were, the way kind veterans have been telling them to for quite some time. Lightning round overview of some other things that have come. In Wave Rider, we've basically simplified all the challenges.
They went from 25 to 15.
Yeah, 25 to 15 challenges. 3 per page instead of 5 per page. And there's some other things like when you pause, these challenges come up on the menu instead of you needing to kind of grab screenshots or look at wikis, whatever. It's there if you hit pause. The player can see the controls and advice and go through everything. In Vox Solaris, just easier overall. I might add, since we removed the MK1 weapons from the early game experience, it's also way easier. So not only is the drone stronger, is the coolant tower stronger, it's all these things that you have to defend as a new player are healthier. You too have more firepower, and we have made the enemies weaker. And in the Glassed Gambit, we've reduced the length of each index round from 3 to 2 minutes and increased the victory margin from 10 to 20. We've also just overall reduced build times for quest-related items in the Arcwing, the Limbo Theorem, and Rising Tide.
To 1 minute.
to 1 minute for a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's like the Cephalon side blueprint, all of the Limbo blueprints, all that goodness.
So it's like you get it. Congratulations, you waited 1 minute. Maybe you got some
Instead of
water,
12
stay
hours,
hydrated. Come back, keep going. And in Natal, which I'm really excited about, you no longer need to scan the oculus that appear on Uranus. And we've reduced the MR requirement from 3 to 2, which means they will appear on the planet even sooner for new players. So as long as you see an oculus in your mission, and there's an interaction with Lotus, mysterious, you've unlocked the quest. No scanner needed. And then early game bosses, Ambulus, Vehek, and Tilragor, we made the fight times overall shorter, easier.
So much easier.
Yeah.
Tilragor now actually has waypoints. When he disappears, I'm sure people have played Till recently. I think this honestly came out of the 10-0 alerts, because a lot of us were playing them again. We're like, oh crap, this is not what we need it to be. So like the Tilragor, I was like, why is there a waypoint leading to the door when like you should be directing players to kill the Manics? So stuff like that are fixed.
Hot fixes?
Hot fixes, exactly. Don't come to my screen just yet. Let me pull it up.
Cool.
As I mentioned, we had 2 other hot fixes as well this week. I can't believe it hasn't even been like 48 hours. We've done a whole lot, but Rue, if you want to come to my screen real quick. So we just literally hot fixed 2 hours ago. We fixed Arcane Aegis not working, or working improperly. I know that was a big complaint. We fixed the Eidolon lures not staying in place, which was actually very important for a lot of our Eidolon hunters. There's so many things that you can look over here. And then yesterday's hotfix as well. There's so much goodness. Oh, and of course, we fixed the Riven changes. So the Riven challenges, some people I think might still be complaining about this. I'm not quite sure. But basically, Riven challenges, you would be able to just complete them over and over and over again, or certain ones we're just not completing. So we have a fix, but unfortunately that fix made it so that you just can't gain affinity. Like this is kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. We do have a code fix that fixes it properly, but our temporary fix just meant that we had to remove the affinity gain, and then you will see the full fix in our next build. So.
Because we've announced that we're having a dev stream on Friday, October 27th. Dagath is here.
It's not only me.
Yeah. And that means we must have something else planned for what's coming next. Find out more on Friday, October 27th. Wait, yes? Or should we do QTCC? Oh, I'll talk 10 VIP right now. Why not? Because I'm excited about it. We're flying out tomorrow morning. Yeah, Danielle, see you at the airport. So we're going to Vegas because that is where TwitchCon is this year. And that is also where we're hosting a 10 VIP event that Megan made sure was Dagath spooky themed. Danielle and I are going to be vampires. I'm holding you to it, Danielle.
I gotta find the teeth. I don't know where I put them.
Oh my God, I got Danielle's vampire fangs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're dressing up. We're going all out. It's going to be great. So we're doing QTCC this month, as we do.
As you can tell, that's why we're so pink. And you can see the incredible donation incentive above us. Sorry. We have a whole website. We've gone over this a million times, but we literally just unlocked the Concura UI theme, which is beautiful. And before that, we had the UI background. So you can go full pink, all those beautiful flowers. And then next up on the docket is Whispers in the Walls concept art reveal. Cannot believe it. It's just probably going to be a saucy image of Albrecht and Trotty or something.
I hope so.
Don't hold me to it, Chad. I don't know. No.
Not for Whispers.
Of course, all of the usual goodies are here. I know we also just had not a command, but a promo code go live.
Yes,
right?
we did. And it is, I wrote it down. Concura 2023.
I haven't redeemed it yet specifically so that I could do it right now on stream with everyone. So let's see if I can spell things right. Concura 2023.
That was perfect, Taylor. Do it just like Taylor, and you too.
We'll get a sigil.
You can find
and
it in your inbox. It'll pop up in there now.
Because of the SKU changes, right?
Yeah.
Nope.
Hi,
This is
Caballero.
You might have to log in and log out and log back in, but
10 October. Unless you want, 10 October.
10 October.
We have an asset for this, Rue. Talking to Twitch chat like they're Rue.
I'm part of Twitch chat, it's fine.
We have some fine links where you can share your captura and your fan art that is 10 October related. Every day is a new word, and we love to see what you come up with.
Fantastic.
I'm quite thrilled.
You participate, there's a certain threshold, you'll get some free stuff too.
Yes,
I believe it's
certainly.
another Prex card or something like that.
Was it Prex card? Ooh.
I don't want to.
Well, there you go.
I don't want to speak incorrectly, but
Yeah. So basically,
it's
it's Warframe Inktober. So when we want to see your 10OE art, we're excited about it.
Beautiful.
Finally, Twitch drops, which we can also see on
the QTCC website. I'll pull
Yeah.
that
Do you
up
want to
right now.
just?
I
go
got
to-
it right here. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Beautiful. You watch for 45 minutes during the stream today. You will get one of the following: ticker floof, splendid mergoo floof, the vulpaphyla floof, or the red-crested vermink. There's supposed to be a floof at the end. Don't worry about it. You don't just get
too
the
long.
pet. Yeah, it's true, honestly.
And then finally, why don't we cut to my gameplay, and then we'll start gameplay. But first, I wanted to show off the dumpster. If you are a veteran who wants flawed mods, now that we've removed flawed mods officially, you can join all these other veterans. This is the most popular dumpster in town. And you can get your flawed mods here at the Steel Meridian Surplus. This slays me.
Cannot believe we added a dumpster.
Oh man, the red text was so funny yesterday too. It's what a treat. So there you go. Get your flawed mods there.
Someone's asking, does the Riven affinity bug cause trade bans? I have not heard anything about that. Obviously, you know, this hotfix went out 2 hours ago. So if we do see issues, we're keeping our eyes out. We'll iterate, we'll act on them when we see them, but I haven't heard anything at this time. So. Rogue Gordy was saying, Orta's been in therapy though. He seems more well-adjusted lately. He did get some new voice lines with Abyss of Dagath. This is a holdover from a very old contest, and finally had a moment to integrate them. So yeah. So you can see Helen has used her Abyssal Beacon and has entered into a mission that has some Syndicate agents in it. The goal of this mission is for you to kill all the enemies, and then as well pick up these Defixio. I don't even know what they're called. They're like Oracle
Tablets,
Defixio.
yeah.
They're tablets.
Cursed ones at that.
Ooh. You pick them up, and they cause a debuff on you. I didn't see what your debuff
Shields
is.
removed.
You got no shields. I don't think that's an issue with Grendel.
Nope. Best one to get, to be honest.
I know that there's been ones where it'll consume your health, and then you have to kill enemies to regen it. You've had energy drain. There's a whole bunch of different debuffs that come with this. And the goal is you pick up your Defixio and you take it to the new yellow waypoint, which will be extraction. And so there's one Defixio per teammate that you want to bring to extraction. You can either have one person bring all four, or one person bring one other each, or any combination in between. And then, yeah, once you killed all the enemies, you're good to go. You've extracted, and it's great.
And you'll get vein thorn
get
from
vein
them.
thorns, yeah.
A very important component in building these cursed tablets. Very dark all around.
What is the lore on the Defixio?
So the Defixio is like a cursed Oricon tablet they made, and a vein thorn is from an extinct rose, which suggests, fortunately, we can't make too many more of these cursed tablets. It'd be messy.
Yeah.
But you can put some intention in there, and each one affects us in mission in different ways. But we can get the vein thorn out of them and use it to build other things, like warframes. Well, one in particular. Welcome to Dagath's Hollow. Couple awesome things in here. First and foremost, you now have a place where you can customize your cave outside of Tiberi. A to go cave all the way, just saying. Okay. We also have some mysterious remains. And if you come over here near the head of the remains, you'll notice something you can interact with and listen. Should we listen now?
Yes, we should.
Okay, let us mute any music. And when Rue gives the thumbs up, I'm gonna start listening. It's really dark. I've just a heads up. It's spoilery and it's really sad, so here we go.
There was once a Dax cavalry woman, the lover of an Oricon couple named Corfel and Aurelia, and a swift, sharp sentence following. A happy Navarese to you all.
Yeah.
Ooh, we love grandmother steering us every
Damn.
season.
Holy cow.
There were some chat. You were cracking me up.
Chat
Holy
was.
cow. Got your nose. Whoever said that. Oh God, that was so good.
That was really funny, I have to admit.
Oh man.
Oh, hello, Rikali. So here, if we activate near the remains, you can see all the blueprints, and you can see this is where we're going to need our Thane Thorn. Well, you can't
if you
see
do
on my
replicate
stage,
blueprint, it'll show you the.
Let's replicate some blueprints.
Perfect. It'll show you where the vein for the thorns go. Unlike other dojo research, just so we're clear, you don't actually have to research this. You don't have to invest other resources to get it. Once you build Dagath's room, you get the option to replicate the blueprints. So, yep. Okay, so we're using Hydroid. I have Tempest Barrage. I'll be honest with you, I never used Hydroid because he really did need the rework. So I'm not super up on what he is like now, but as you can see, you have Tempest Barrage, which is pretty similar to how it was before, I believe. Just now you don't have to hold to cast anything. And again, any of the tentacles that spawn with his abilities now should not throw your enemies in crazy directions, which is great. I hope we can still spawn the Kraken though. Oh, we can use the Kraken!
Of course, it's crucial.
We got rid of Puddle, but the Kraken stays. My dream is, and this is not gonna happen at all, just so we're clear, but my dream is that we add Puddle as like an emote, so you can just puddle no matter who you are. The emote, but as you're puddling, you slowly sink into the ground and give a thumbs up like Terminator 2. That's a great idea. Phenomenal.
Full of fabulous ideas.
We actually added support for air support charges, for the Orc and I specifically to a few other items. So now Orc and Vaults on Deimos will also show up. When will Gotva Prime come out for everyone? That is a great question. We did mention that it will be coming in a barrel rotation. So similar to every other item that we've ever released on Tennokan drops, like I think it was the Aphrodite, it will be part of Barrow's rotation. I don't have info of when that will be, but it will come eventually. Hopefully before the next Tennokan. Usually it takes, a couple months. But yeah.
Are we on this Defixio?
You can see on my screen right now, we added three things for focus lenses. We have buffed the amount of bonus convergence or bonus focus points that you get from convergence just from lenses. Rue, do you know?
Rue's here.
My brain is afraid that I'm getting it wrong now. And I literally wrote this out.
So you get the initial 5,000 when you
get
collect
the flat buff to any of your equipped schools.
Schools, yeah.
Just like killing the Thrax, any of those.
Correct.
And then we buffed lenses to give more bonuses, but I don't remember if it's specific to the convergence orbs or if you just get more multiplier in general from the lenses. But if you don't know, that's okay.
That's a really great question. I want to say it's just the
flat.
The flat.
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
Also, I just realized we haven't shown.
Oh.
If you cut to my screen, Rue, we're going back and forth. The ability descriptions of buffs in the UI. So I have the exposure curse, which means that my shields have been removed, right? So now you get those little icons. We love Pablo in this house. Pablo set this up, so, well, here you have it. Now you have it right in game. This is what's happening to you.
I see someone saying, I have my party of 4 search the entire map for Defixios. I saw a few bug reports about this, and I don't think it's been super widespread, but I think someone mentioned on the forums, and this might not be true.
Right.
We still need to look into it, but it might be related to people killing all of the exterminate targets before even picking up one Defixio. I don't know. I don't know if it's on QA's radar, but we're still kind of picking through a lot more of the niche bugs and trying to figure out what's causing them. So, yeah.
Heck yeah.
We do. We also,
French
before
that
we get off the topic though of the update, we do have a fantastic video from MH Blackie, who is a Warframe creator. I believe this is a sponsored stream. It's sponsored.
This is sponsored.
This Warframe stream is sponsored by us. But more importantly, it is a sponsored video that we commissioned them to do, and they did an incredible job. So if you want to hit it, Rue.
What if I told you there is a Warframe who can one-tap Steel Path Heavy Gunners, spread viral, boost crit damage by up to 300%, and in case she dies, she just decides not to die? This is Dagath. She's the new Warframe, a ton of fun to play, and ridiculously powerful. Dagath comes from her own dojo room, brings a new mission, loves ability strength, yes, a whole lot of it, and all the infos on how to get your fingers on her, how to mod her, and what makes her so special in the full guide.
Said Dagath perfectly.
I know. I was like, clearly he was given insider information
Yep.
to be able to make that. But you can check out the full video on their YouTube channel. They have done a fantastic overview of Dagath, our queen. This is beautiful though. I love the colors. That is so great. And then we'll do uplift. They said. It's Warframe. I trust them. Could have lost my job
Well,
there.
that was an
It's
ultimatum,
okay.
Taylor.
I know.
What
I
a whip on the
know.
edge.
Inside me.
Maybe we cut away from
Sure.
screens when
Yep.
we're going to unknown links. I don't want us to get banned.
That's a good point. That's a good
once we've approved, once Taylor's gotten
Giving?
to see
Giving?
it, then we'll come back. Mike, I need to unclench for a second. I'm on the edge of my
Our
seat.
collective lives clapped before
I
Danielle's
like
eyes.
this.
I think I'm gonna pass out. Oh my god.
Made a calculated risk. It paid off. In fact.
It wasn't calculated.
It was. I was like, why would they randomly stick nudity in their
I mean, yeah.
big list of?
You know, never underestimate the trolls.
That's true.
But also Taylor would have done the same thing.
I did it. It's okay. So
Family
many
indeed.
great improvements for Wave Rider and hearing from Boone and all that goodness.
Yeah,
we also added
love
a
it.
skip button if you're like me and you accidentally clicked to the next page and you didn't mean to, and so now you just have to sit there for 2 minutes and listen to a great story. Okay.
And I'll chill and listen to Boone's stories any day.
I got some donos here.
Ooh,
Get
yes,
us all
yes,
caught
yes.
up.
Sorry, yeah.
Please.
She wants to talk about spiders. Go ahead.
Yanibku, $10. They said we all live together. Karmic Pigeon back again, $1. Do you think Dagath gets phantom limb feelings with her missing face? Like someone puts their hand through the hole and she feels it as if they are touching her face?
Imagine having your nose feel really itchy and you can't scratch it.
Oh no!
Wow, that's the true horror of Dagath right there.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I see some people asking me about cross save before I forget. And I also saw some people asking about cross save clans because we did mention that we were putting work in for them with Dagath. So we didn't launch any of that work publicly for players yet. I think we'll be looking into it. Like, I don't know how much we want to commit to. Danny?
Sorry, you have to
For
repeat.
cross save clans?
Oh, so cross-play clans.
Cross-play clans,
Yeah, so
sorry.
I know we mentioned on the dev stream that with Abyss of Dagath, we would have cross-play clans. That is still the case. The backend stuff is in with the update, but actually turning it on requires a bit more work over the weekend. And we may have, whenever it's ready, maybe next week, we'll see, depending on how things are on the live build, we'll have a dedicated post explaining exactly how cross-play clans work. But that is still planned, don't worry, it's still coming. It just needs a little bit more prep work.
There's a
before we-
lot going on.
There's a
there's
lot.
graphics twice this week.
Yes.
And then we had a giant update. So, you know, it's one of those things that, like, we'll put the work in, we'll make sure it's all good, and then we'll turn them on when we're confident that there won't be any issues or there's no other major bugs that need to be fixed. In the meantime,
Yeah.
so.
The more priority bugs need our attention right now, so
Yeah.
that first.
Now, Jigglypuff the Dovahkiin. You won 1,000 platinum.
He was dragon language on people's foreheads.
Oh my.
It will be our honor to receive your whisper on this very Twitch channel.
I need to know what your Warframe username is now. What do you go by?
Your Warframe username and the platform you play Warframe on, so we can send you your 1,000 platinum Jigglypuff the Dova King. Wow.
Ow. M4.
Jamie,
Oh, I have one, and it's radiant. Amazing.
Jamie sent apparently someone's already made fan art of Jigglypuff.
Of course.
I don't know if you guys
It's great. I just would like to report Dova King Jigglypuff is really great.
He's here.
And I can see
Got
his,
the helmet on.
Yeah,
why that time I was inspired.
They found it on Reddit by Evil Little Cards.
Amazing.
Despite the trouble. Hi, Cheeto.
Cheeto. Now I can actually bring
roll
her
around.
on a wonderful, wonderful steel path missions and not have to revive her all the time.
Can I fit under here rolling? The answer is no.
I'm the spaghetti,
You're the spaghetti.
and you're the meatball.
Aww, it's
Amazing.
Wow. Oh, that is a
spicy
combination.
meatball.
And thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you at TwitchCon VIP or TNO VIP or whatever in Vegas. I won't be there, so don't tell me how it was.
I'm gonna miss you.
It's okay. I gotta make sure the build doesn't explode. It's fine.
Okay, looks like our raid is ready to roll, like Grendel himself. Have fun with Charizard, and we'll see you on Monday. Thanks, everyone. You guys are the best. Happy Nabris.
Bye.
Bye.